Greetings, Bentley here, Too Damn Many Project with another damn project. Actually part of another project because this is the 68 Eldorado that the motor is going to come out of because it's a running motor, and it's going in the Kone prototype, the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang replica, and it gets this great big caddy motor in there, which is funny because if anybody knows what the hell a Kone is, it's on a Lincoln frame. So we're putting a caddy motor in a Lincoln. But I'm doing this video as a courtesy to my friends in the Cadillac groups. We were talking about transmissions and transmission coolers earlier today. And anybody who knows me and knows the number of years I've been involved in rebuilding transmission, you know that there's one thing in this world I absolutely hate. And you see this fitting right here? There's one fitting here and there's one down the bottom. This is where the lines go for the transmission cooler, literally. This is where they take fluid from the transmission, send it to the radiator. There's a little cooler in here in your coolant, and send it back and assume that it's working better. It's not. This thing right here, this cooler that's inside this thing, I'll show you what it looks like. You should be able to see it. The radiator cooler is a frickin' joke. They're absolute junk. Shine down in there and you can see it right there. Right. Well, not very well. The cooler's right down in here. Let's even get a little closer to it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything
Okay.
there.
Oh, trust me, the cooler's right in there. Okay. Oh, you actually had it. Okay. So that thing will never get cooler than the water. So, and these things run hot. These things run 210, 220. You don't want your transmission run that hot. So we do a thing called installing an auxiliary transmission cooler. I do it on everything. I will not run anything through there because half the transmission failures in the world are caused by coolant seeping out of that little crap cooler in there. And the manufacturers keep doing it forever and ever because it stimulates transmission business. But here's a radiator. I do not have the condenser in here. Someone put a auxiliary trans cooler here on one of these little cross braces here. It's okay. It's not really very well shielded. I would have done something quite different, fabricated something that looked much nicer than that. But that's on there, and it's better than having that. So then what we've got now, we're talking about today, that is a 40,000 GVW transmission cooler. Ask me why it's red. No, it's more play toys, okay? This stuff is all, anything that's going on in this car over here is going to be incredible. It's going to be very, very sharp, very exclusive looking. But you were asking about how you would put this in there. Well, there's several methods. Depends on what you want. I don't like these things. They do work. But I would just mount it right here and use some of those zip ties that they sell for the purpose. You can mount it in 4 places, right up against your radiator. That's perfectly acceptable. And the fun part is, you got the darn hose fittings on the top. So I'd put a little lower so you can work the fitting. But the beauty of those fittings is you're not using all the difficult stuff that we used to have to do back in the day. So you could mount it up here. You could move the horns. Yep, she's got the big bad caddy horns on it. You move the horns and you make a bracket here. All right, there's all kinds of solutions. So you're not without places to put it. All right, you will unscrew your cable, your lines from your transmission cooler, and you can cut an end off and attach an AN fitting, all kinds of different things, whatever you guys want. Now, if you get to this point that, okay, fine, now we can install this. Okay, Bentley, what do we do? Let me know. I'll do a video for you how to do the really nice lines. But honestly, this crap don't cut it, all right? I like steel lines. I like high performance lines simply because of the longevity. I mean, they even send you a bag of goodies. You can mount to these.
Bentley.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you know, here we are. Hose clamps. We've got fittings to put into the radiator to plumb them out. You don't want to plumb it in and out to this cooler. You want to leave it alone. If you blow your transmission and a bunch of crap gets in here, you have to replace the whole radiator, okay? If you blow a transmission and there's crap in there, you're going to replace the cooler. So there's another reason why you don't want it inside the radiator. It's cheaper to replace this than to replace the radiator. But this is what they give you in a kit, all kinds of hardware and hose and everything else. That will make the job. I just wanted to let you guys see that. You were wondering about it this morning, so I've been busy all day, running like crazy, picking up parts, chasing parts, being chased by parts. And we are back at the shop at the end of the day after our great trip gallivanting about. And I have this car here, and I go, you guys have got to know. By the way, you guys probably like these. You're on my Cadillac side, or I'm on your Cadillac side. Stainless steel block hugger headers. I've had enough iced tea. So I got a set of those for the Monster. So in case somebody wants to know about it, you go check out my YouTube channel, Too Damn Many Projects 7094 on YouTube. And I'm doing a whole series on the build of this car. Right now we're in the middle of a bunch of things, but the main thing is this piece of plastic here. That is a piece of fiberglass tooling, and that over there is also a piece of fiberglass tooling. They belong together. That is the tooling for a boat tail, a very famous boat tail that was built exclusively for Gary L. Wales, and his beautiful cars have had this boat tail for years, and I managed to acquire it from Gary. And so we're getting ready to build a boat tail to go on the back of this car. This is an MG midget body. That's what they use for the main body. And when MG stopped making the midgets, they started using Volkswagen Cabriolet centered, and they weren't anywhere near as good because they stood like almost 6 inches taller, and they made the car look rather ungainly. This body looks sleek as can be, but the later models, Series 2 and 3s, did not. So no, this is not going to be a restored or rebuilt Clone. This has never been registered. It's never been on the road. It's never had a motor. It's a frame. It's a body. It's how they mocked it up. It's how they built the hood. The hood right there. And also how they built the unusual one-piece front and rear fender and running board right there. There's both of them. And we're going to start making them. But this is kind of a half prototype. It's going to be for Carol's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And then off of these dimensions, I'm going to build my own frames for our Blackthorn Speedsters, which you can look up blackthornmotorcars.com. That's Thorn with an E. I guess I've said enough and given away all my secrets, except for my one dark piece of humor this morning on Facebook. Turn around and look, there's Louise sitting right there. Louise is a S2 Bentley, left-hand drive, very rare because they weren't really brought in the country. So sit down and say, you know, we own 2 Rolls Royces and we have 2 Bentleys, all right? And we've named them, all right? The black Rolls Royce we call Othello. The white one we call Winston. This is Louise, and we have a 2001 Bentley Arnage red label we call Start, Motherfucker. Hey, have a nice day.